Hello everyone, happy day wherever you are. Today we have a tarot card reading for March 30th to March 31st, I believe, or tomorrow. So for the next 2 days, we have 3 cards, and they are the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the Four of Wands upright. So we have a quite interesting spread today, starting with the Ten of Swords. And the theme that I'm picking up on for today for all of us has a tone of emotions and not repressing your emotions, but letting them flow, and to be honest with yourself, to be true to yourself, and to connect with what is your personal truth. So starting with the Ten of Swords, this card is guiding us to not necessarily consider being betrayed or backstabbed. No, my sense from it is that this is a card of completion in terms of an emotional heartache or an emotionally difficult time in your life. Something that's been weighing you down, perhaps because it's required your investment of energy or a lot of thoughts, a lot of worrisome thoughts about it, like you don't know what to do or if you're going to succeed or if it's going to work out. It can involve a relationship, because it's followed by the Two of Cups, which is reversed, which means that it's about emotions that are not flowing freely. The Ace of Cups is normally a beginning. It means that it's the beginning of a new relationship, of something positive and fruitful, creative endeavors, creative projects. However, when it's reversed, as we see here, the energy is latent. It means it's still there, but it's not being expressed freely. So the feeling from it is that in your relationships, perhaps in your most important relationship or in the relationship with yourself, there is a sign or an indication that during this time, because of what's going on in your life and in the world, in people's lives, everyone is going through their own inner experience. People are changing every day. We have different views on life from one person to another. Even when we live with someone, we may have completely different opinions. It doesn't mean that people can't get along. It just means that they're different. So in terms of your relationships, it's inviting us to consider in what areas are we experiencing difficulty or blockage, or where you're not being your authentic self. Because there is an area in some way where you're not fully expressing your natural self. And I think on a very fundamental level, I feel that it has to do with being honest with yourself and being true to who you really are, not repressing your emotions or tendencies, but rather embracing your natural self. Because when you know who you really are, then you can be authentic with others, and then you can go out into the world and have relationships that truly empower and nurture you. When we aren't honest with ourselves and we try to cover up, or we try to please others, or to be everything to everyone, we lose touch with our essence, with our core authentic being. So if there is any area in your life where there is some blockage emotionally, where the emotions are not allowed to flow freely, naturally, and organically, then you can bring awareness to this situation by grounding yourself in who you really are, by taking a step to the side and remembering that you are the center of your universe. And what kind of energy are you bringing into the equation? What kind of energy are you cultivating in your exchanges with people? Who do you want to be when you connect with others? And how do you want to experience relationships, especially the most important ones for you, the most meaningful ones? Because that determines your joy as well in the sense that if your joy is related to being in harmony with others, then you want to ensure that you're harmonizing with yourself first, and then you can bring that harmony into other relationships. So combined with the previous card, it simply means that it's time to put a fork or put a knife or stick a knife into what is already old news, making a clean break with the past, with what has not worked. If keeping quiet and being passive aggressive has not worked in the past, then let that go and start fresh. Start a new approach, because you can do it. And know that in the night sky, everything can be carried away by the waves of the ocean. And this can represent all those thoughts, all those limiting beliefs. Number 10 is the end of the particular deck. So of this suit. So as the end, it means a culmination. It means that there's a clear sign and opportunity for us to bring awareness and acknowledge that that's done and over with. I'm ready to change my job or leave my job. I'm ready to let go of that old lover, or I'm ready to let go of this habit that no longer serves me. And it's important to make it a clean break, because it does involve emotions. So it's just about you deciding what really matters and how you want to move ahead, how you want to proceed. You hold the power. And the final card is the Four of Wands, which is a happy scenario, as you can see. We see the two figures celebrating, and it's a culmination phase in the sense of being in a victorious mindset, just celebrating the good things that you have in life, appreciating the good things that you have, appreciating the goodness that surrounds you, the well-being that you can share with others in your life, acknowledging that despite the fact that some areas of life are more difficult than others, there are so many more blessings in your life, in our life, that surround us, that surround you. What are they? What are your blessings, and what are you most grateful for? Because that is the way to enhance the energy and to ensure that as you move ahead in your days, you will continue to cultivate those things that you do love and invite more of that into your space. So that really is the guidance for today. It's a message of making a clean break with the past, letting go of the old things that no longer serve us, in terms of being the decision maker and making up your mind like, hey, I know that is not serving me. I know this tendency or this habit or this behavior is not for my greatest joy, because it always creates tension. So what can I do to make a clean break and embrace a new beginning? And that new beginning is symbolized by the ace, which is number 1. However, it's latent. This is a sign that there is a joyful new opportunity up ahead. However, take it slow. Don't rush into it. Know that your emotions need their space in order to flow. They need to flow constructively, in a manner that builds and does not destroy, in a manner that cultivates more joy and beauty and love and light and whatever it is that brings you well-being into your life. Use the emotions to flow in that direction. That is the symbol that we're being presented today. And following these indicators will remind us of how blessed we are and how generous life is with us, and to celebrate the small victories. It doesn't all have to be huge victories, right? We want that end goal, but notice your progress. Notice the small steps along the way, and notice that 4 wands is all you need to build a house, to build a foundation. And that's all you need. All you need is to take one step at a time, one day at a time. and that builds you up to the person that you want to continue developing into your projects, into your happy relationship, and whatever it is that you desire. It's one step at a time, one intention at a time. So that is our spiritual life higher guidance for today. Thank you for tuning in. And if you ever wish to book a private reading, send me a message on the tarot page and we'll get you started. So have a beautiful day and joyful life. Bye.